how Steve Shives says it.
Yeah,
this is how you know Steve is doing a good job. Look what happens. You just play a little bit of this video and all of us go ape. Just go ahead and just keep fucking playing it.
And unacknowledged biases are biases all the same. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.
Boom.
No, thank you. I don't want to hit you next time.
Hey folks, hope you enjoyed this video.
Nope.
Send me money.
Steve Shives is anti-diphthong.
It's Steve.
Well, he is kind of right about one thing. If you're not wearing nails, you're not doing drag.
Evo would be the one concerned about this.
Exactly.
I feel like the rug was just pulled out from under us. The sun
it's just,
ending to that
it's
Steve Shives video.
I mean, he got to his 5 points, didn't he?
I think that
I'm sure he can still count.
I think that the most valid point that he has is the 5th one, but I don't think that that's really got anything to do with...
Are you pleading the 5th right now, Gray?
I'm pleading the 5th on behalf of Steve Shives. That's actually happening right now. But what his point basically was is, you know, if we start looking at every Muslim in the world as the enemy, that actually just plays into radical Muslims' hands.
Well, yeah, but
that's what they want. Like, you know, the guy who happens to be Muslim and, like, you know, he runs the store down the street from me. Like, if I were to call him, like, you know, an enemy of America, like, and make sure that his family and his life are just as difficult as possible. Like, that's exactly what the terrorists want.
Allow for me, if you will.
They want to create terror. They want to create, you know, unrest and hostility in these places that are otherwise, you know, pretty fucking dandy.
But allow for me to spin you a narrative, if you will. You're a Muslim child growing up, say, I don't know, in the UK, and you're come to by this, say 10 years old or whatever, you come to by this jackass waving a sign, screaming crazy things about how the right is destroying the country. And they come to you and they start coddling you, telling you how you're just an innocent person in all of this. It's not your fault that your family is a terrorist organization, somehow. What exactly is the lesson to be learned from someone growing up under such a shit show of mentor? I mean, if you're told, you know, if you're coddled in such a fashion, like, it's not your fault that they over there blew things up. Well, no shit, Sherlock. That's great. What kind of person do you expect to come out of this at the end? I mean, it's either, well, they're all terrorists and we should kill them, or they're all terrorists, but we should go ahead and protect them from the people who call them terrorists. There's an implicit weakness being foisted upon someone there.
Is there? I mean, my position is just that, like, all Muslims aren't terrorists.
No, your position is fine. I'm saying that at a certain point, it becomes about them, not about the person who's not a terrorist.
Okay. I'm not sure I follow. I'm not sure I'm picking up what you're putting down.
That's okay.
And anybody else want to jump in on that?
Sorry, I had a little bit of a crash, so
that's
well timed too.
I'll take blame for that. That's how we got to this conversation.
You probably did a good thing, Craig. I'll review the intelligence report later.
I think I get what you're trying to say, and that it's basically this idea of, like, you know, just universally low expectations. Whether
you're mollycoddling people who just, like, it's the same thing you're talking about with growing up earlier. You're mollycoddling people who don't need it. It's the wrong time in their life to have that conversation. You know,
I think what is also happening is there's one side saying, you know, you're bad people, right? And then there's another side saying, well, everyone's against you. So...
Yeah, what's that message saying?
Yeah, that you should be afraid of the outsider. So therefore you end up becoming, you know, you sort of alienating yourself away from everyone else.
I mean, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and both sides saying the other one is the responsible party for making it come to fruition.
Are you making an argument for nuance, Craig?
Fuck you.
We all know Craig isn't capable of that.
I might be. A little bit. Some. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Kind of like the blowjob earlier.
Shush.
Fist bump, by the way.
That was really funny to me, at least. I didn't say to stop.
Well, no, it was all the other stuff in the background, too.
I know.
Disconnected.
Good job. Keep the mic open.
Yeah, I think that it's trying to bring it back even to the previous discussion about, Roosh had mentioned this, at least in passing, and kind of a condemnation of the media in general. You have this situation where you have feminists who are supposed to be talking about, women's protection and women's rights and, advocating for having a world without rape culture. And when you have these same progressive, quote unquote progressive types, because everybody is going to describe their position as the way forward. So I don't even know what progressive means.
No, mine's the way backwards.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like who's ever run on the platform of like yesterday is the new tomorrow? It's like
let's make America great again.
Make America great again.
That's the entire Republican platform, it would seem. Like, let's make America great again.
Don't go into politics.
Backwards is
all
the
like
new
that.
forward.
Yeah, but they're all like that. It's like, didn't you see the progressive thing we did yesterday? Let's make that happen tomorrow too.
Yeah, I
Wait,
guess.
what is this?
They all call it progress. Everybody wants to go forward. That's what I'm saying. So, like, progressive, it's a very fluctuating, sloppy label, I hate
But,
saying.
but they have the fatherland.
But in this case, you get what I'm talking about, this kind of, like, left idea where, you have to be accepting and tolerant even of what could otherwise be described as questionable behavior and like, the Islamic population and the Islamic ideology. And,
Not if you're Justin Trudeau, because he could be like, oh, we're gonna gas the Jews. You know why? It's because it's 2017.
Why are we always the fucking example? Why can't you just gas the Polish?
Leo, what's with that damn picture?
I'm just now noticing this shit.
Yeah,
Johnny,
Johnny, are you about something else for a good bit?
Does it
also,
trigger
I look over and I see
Yeah,
that
are you triggered? Are you triggered? Are you triggered, Mr. Fox?
Little bit.
Yeah, he may have hashed this out on his previous stream where he was talking about certain lists.
Well, I already made it into a paste bin, so all I gotta do is paste the link to people now. You want to see Leo's list? Here it is, for all to see, for all eternity. Will never be deleted.
So we're in this. You have this position where people who are against Islam, quote unquote Islamophobia, and people who are against, patriarchy, that are for feminism, who are, all kind of in this intersectional big tent. You get a situation like Cologne, and you have that cognitive dissonance set right in, right? Like you don't want to be racist by calling out this behavior that apparently is being partaken by a very specific demographic, and in not doing so, you're actually working against your interests and trying to promote the the correct treatment, the ideal situation for women in a society. It's like that. I've seen that picture repurposed from a million times where it's the guy who's, I've seen it on Twitter where it's the guy who's got like two buttons that he has to choose between in order to push, and he starts sweating, and it's always like, one bad situation and ironically bad second situation. Calling out
Like the gender is a social construct, and there are transgenders. That one.
I like how quiet this conversation just got. Is everyone else
Everybody stopped screaming.
That's what blew up my computer, man.
What,
Screaming.
all of us masturbating at once and yelling?
Yes.
What the fuck?
It's clogging your splooge is clogging my fan, you bastard.
Well, the only way to fix that is if you pour salt water into your router.
Yeah.
Use some acetone.
Not salt.
We already did that video. It was fucking hilarious. And the other one where the guy just literally puts his fucking the laptop into a fucking oven.
Yeah, I like the one where he bakes it and he puts butter on it.
Yep.
That was so good. Fucking he microwaves part of it too. Oh man, that poor kid.
So go ahead. I want to hear more about making this safe world for everybody. Gray. Go ahead.
Well, it's interesting if you start looking at how some of the calculus of who is most disadvantaged in a society. You know, what are the actual numbers that work into this concept of a progressive stack?
Here's the thing: when you look at history, people who want to have a society that works for them take it. They don't whine and cry and beg for it.
Well, we've started doing that now.
Right, and that's why it's not working. That's why it's not working. So you know what? Chop chop. Tired of talking about it. Bring it on. Come and take it, and then you can have it.
See,
then you can have it.
That's your white privilege and your colonialism speaking.
Even though he's a half-breed.
Let's manifest destiny all. Well, he's internalized these things, man.
Oh, right. He's got internalized.
Oh, I have what do you call that shit?
Did he use his ass?
Internalized, internalized red hate. Yeah.
Well, so he'll have to give you the intimate details of how exactly that was.
Speaking of red hate, I need to go make myself some buffalo chicken because now I'm starving. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean,
you son of a whore.
Your words are literally like a smallpox blanket.
You fucking motherfucker. Come and get him. Coming for you. You just fucking wait.
You just wait.
Tall grass.
Tall grass, motherfucker. I know. I was.
This shit ain't over. Think generationally, friend.
No, but where I was going before, as far as like the progressive stack, I've actually seen essays or descriptions of it, in blog form. If you think essay is too formal a description for some of the shit that I've read, but where they're saying that a man who is an immigrant of a minority, of a minority position, like an ethnicity that is other than the customary person that you're going to meet in that country, i.e. If you're a Middle Eastern refugee living in a Nordic country, you actually have more privilege points than like a woman who, in the instant cases is white, cis, and native to the country. So in a sense, it's natural and expected, and I'm using air quotes here, right, for the men who are of this greater minority position to want to lash out because they're reacting to the oppression of these white women.
They fucking real.
That's literally the argument. I mean, I'm paraphrasing here, but that's what's being said as a justification for like why that's okay.
So did the Muslim rape gangs.
There was an article I remember written by some. There was an article I remember written by some humanitarian who was working in Haiti, who spoke about being raped by a Haitian man, and she spoke in words like, "I tried to explain to him that I was working against his oppression, but he still saw me like that, and he couldn't get past his anger at his." At my position of power,
Hold on a minute, naked. I know when I'm angry, I just go out and rape women.
No.
Right.
I mean, the thing is that really the cause of terrorism is obviously global warming, the recession.